Well, most travelers will never see it, but Saab is making Syracuse Hancock International Airport even safer with the company's new advanced airfield surveillance technology. Joining us now, Saab's Rob Brown. Rob, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me.
So how was the trip in? You hit a lot of traffic? Like, did you guys walk from down the street?
It was pretty close, so
yeah.
I can't really complain.
Yeah, I mean, North American headquarters, I don't know if some people even realize, based right here.
Yep.
In East Syracuse.
Right here in East Syracuse.
Just down the road from us.
Very close, very close.
Let's get into the new system in a minute, but I want to talk overall because people may have heard of Saab. Maybe they think you just make cars. Not what you do here. What is Saab's air traffic management business, that part of the business, all about?
Yeah, so Saab is a global aerospace and defense company. You know, they're headquartered in Sweden for the overall company, but we have a large U.S. presence, and our U.S. headquarters is right here. Our air traffic management business is one of our many business segments. It's the one that I'm a part of, and we make safety and efficiency systems for the organizations that really run the aviation system. And who I'm talking about are air traffic control, which in the U.S. is the FAA administration, the airport operators. So again, that's something like, you know, Syracuse Hancock. Then you also have your airlines, and all of those are our customers. We make related systems, but different systems. And what they really do is try to keep the system safe and running efficient. So help keep aircraft separated, make sure they always have safe separation, but also help things run smoothly. You know, reduce delays, make them on time, make the best use of your limited resources.
Would you say radar is the kind of the central piece of all that?
Radar is one of the pieces.
Okay, one of the pieces.
We make a variety of surveillance technologies. Radar is one of them. We also do what's called cooperative surveillance, which uses transponders on the aircraft and a bunch of remote units that listen to those.
Gotcha. So Saab is in some of the busiest airports in all the world. Like, go ahead, show off. What are some of the airports that maybe people have heard of?
Pick a big airport in the U.S. and we're there. So L.A., Chicago, Atlanta.
New York airports?
New York, pretty much all the big U.S. airports and many of the international ones. So, you know,
Charles de
Gaulle,
Heathrow,
Frankfurt, Dubai, Singapore. We're all throughout Australia. So lots of systems.
So then why is, let's circle back to kind of why we introed you. Why is an airport the size of Syracuse such a good fit for your systems?
So typically the bigger the airport, the more traffic, the more intense there is a need for our systems. But that doesn't mean there's not a need at smaller airports like Syracuse. Every airport, you know, has safety problems, or not safety problems, but safety challenges, I'll say. And you always have bad weather. I think you're probably aware we sometimes get some snow.
Yeah, it snows here. I've been out on the runways at Syracuse before when they're plowing.
It's impressive. So, you know, air traffic controllers do a fantastic job, but they can always use better tools to just make sure they know where all the aircraft are and provide additional safety in those kind of situations.
So the new system, if I understand, it's called the Aerobahn Runway and Surface Safety Service.
You got it.
That's in Syracuse now. What is that? How is that an advancement on maybe what has been there, and why is it important to kind of put it there, your system there?
So it's called what we refer to as a situational awareness system. So it helps the air traffic controllers, the ones that sit in the tower and really, you know, talk to the pilots and help keep the aircraft separated. It helps them understand where all of the aircraft are at all times. Again, on a good day, not a whole lot of traffic, that's not a hard thing for them to do. You know, that's what they do all the time. When weather comes in, maybe, you know, it's extra busy, sometimes it is a little bit more difficult to keep track of an aircraft, particularly maybe where it's not supposed to be. And so that system, it provides sort of a map display, not all that different than a map on your phone or on your nav system, showing you where all the aircraft are, and that way just they keep that picture in their head a lot better.
And for anybody that has or hasn't flown out of Syracuse, there are some really busy times, like morning, evening, where there is a real concentration of aircraft. So it comes in particularly important there.
Absolutely.
How nice is it? We kind of were kidding off the top that, you know, your headquarters are down the street from our studios here, but to see your systems operating at an airport that's just a few miles away from the North American Saab headquarters, based right here in East Syracuse.
I mean, it really can't be more gratifying. You know, we do systems all around the world, but there is something special about putting it at home. You know, we have roughly 600 employees in the area.
600? Wow.
Pretty good amount. And, you know, this is home for us. This is where we fly out, our families fly out, our friends fly out. So it means something extra, to know that we're helping make those people safe. And it also gives us something to, talk about.
Yeah.
Let them know the cool stuff that we're doing all the time.
Yeah, and there is a lot going on. I get about 20 seconds left. So the new system has been out at the Syracuse Airport. Like we said, most people will never even know it's there, but it's been out there for a few months now,
I think it's about a month or two that it's been operational, so fairly new.
Is it the type of thing that you might introduce to similar size airports in Syracuse, or are you already doing that? Or is this kind of a test case?
Nope, this is not a test case. So one of the really kind of exciting things in the last few years, the FAA has been really making a push to equip more airports the size of Syracuse. Some of the ones that are not, the Chicagos, the Atlanta. And Syracuse is one of many. So we're in the process of rolling this out to 63 airports. And more are expected to follow.
Oh, that's exciting stuff. Rob, this is a great conversation. We'll have to have you back because I know you guys are working on tons of cool things over there. So this was a great chat.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Download the WSYR Plus app on your TV to stream News Channel 9 for free. Just go to your smart TV, search WSYR Plus in the App Store, and download to start streaming today.